Hello visuals and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Superhero Wednesday. The day of the week we talk about anything nerdy and flexy and awesomey and comic booky, and if you're a weird little nerd you're gonna love this. Before we get going with more nerdy weird this week MCU related crack, let's take a look at Dan's newest weird nerdy tattoos. If you ever wanted to just wield a lightsaber from your arm, Wadooski, we now have the ability with Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber. Waboom, waboom. We got some Tolkien, Lord of the Rings goodness, it should be that way. Shenanigans going down, you kind of seen it already, so I'll show you as well. We got a Vegeta silhouette, we got a Goku silhouette, we got a little cartoon Yoda on the back, and a nicely scoured at the minute, and we've got a nice little Grogu, just chilling. Dan's new weird little nerdy tattoo collage thing going on. Anyway, this week we're here to talk MCU, and there's a lot of cool things that come out in the MCU this year. But more importantly, there's going to be an ultimate winner who isn't out yet, so I thought I would do the list now. The time this goes up, we're 4 episodes into Hawkeye, but I already know where I'm going to categorise it on the list regardless. I mean, not regardless, because some things might happen in that which changes position, but I'm pretty sure I know the overall tone we're going to have for that. And if I'm being completely honest, there's no point putting Spider-Man on this list, because not only am I extremely biased towards anything Spider related, but also because of what is going to happen in this film, it was automatically going to be ranked to #1. So in fairness to that, I'm just doing this, my favourite. I haven't even said what the list is yet. Right, basically the list is everything MCU that's come out in terms of TV shows and films. I'm going to count down my favourite ones throughout the year. That's why I'm not including Spider-Man, because not only is it not out, but it's going to win for me personally, because this is my list. But don't forget, let me know in the comments below your favourite MCU show, film, whatever, where you would rank everything. And also, there is somebody on here, technically not MCU, but I'm including it in the MCU list because of what happened at the end of the film. So there's like a weird little loophole I can kind of get through there. So a quick shout out to, where's my list? He's at the bottom of the list. It's not really in... Are you alright, doggy? It's Hulu, and I can't actually quite remember if it was this year or last year. Feels like a lifetime ago I watched it, but I'm pretty sure it was this year. But I want to shout out to MODOK. Not MCU related anyway, but it was an awesome show. And everything on this list, in its own right, was either really cool or all the way up to relatively awesome. Regardless, everything on this list I did enjoy and I did like. There's no like, oh, because you're low end, you just crap. I have to rank it. And there's how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on this list. Let's get through them now. Before we carry on, there's technically 8 on this, because when we get to #1, you know what it is. I should maybe just leave it off the list, but I'm putting it in there anyway, so I get to talk about it more. Kicking off at #9, it's Eternals. Yes, Marvel's Eternals was a really good film with some really awesome action sequences and some funny moments, some great moments. Beautiful cast. Amazing in terms of what it could impact in the future of the MCU. But it kind of felt a little bit out of place, and it kind of felt a little bit, at times, again, I've got reviews on near enough all of this. In fact, no, we do have reviews on all of these up on the channel, so I won't go into too much detail. But it felt a little bit like you forgot you were in the MCU. Some of it I just thought was a bit plain and meh and bland. The overall story was great, a nice lengthy runtime. Great to see these different aspects. But again, I said in my review, I think it's because I've got no real connection or heavy emotional attachment to the characters. I kind of was a bit like her. You know, if it's Spider-Man or Cap or Iron Man or Venom, it's something like that. I'm like, oh, proper Eternals. I'm just like, I like you, but yeah. So unfortunately, it suffers and it's down at #9. #8 is Black Widow. Now, again, I really enjoyed Black Widow. I'm so happy we got a live-action Taskmaster. I fucking love Taskmaster. I love that Natasha, well, at this current moment in time, as far as we're aware, even though there's mumblings behind in the background. It's good to see Natasha, Scarlett Johansson get a solo Black Widow film. Bringing in characters like Red Garden, Yelena. Absolutely amazing. But again, the film just kind of felt like, did we need it? I mean, I'm glad we got it, and it did no harm in getting it, so I shouldn't really complain. But I just sort of felt like I would have put the time and money and effort into another project, maybe. But again, I mean, at the same time, all right, dog, calm down. I'm not disappointed we got it. It was fun. It was nice to get back to the MCU after lockdowns and shit. Puppy dog absolutely loves to play my life. He's got an obsession with footies and balls. He puts and he literally kind of plays football with them. It's actually quite kind of cool. It's better footballer than me. But Black Widow, yeah, I liked it, but again, sort of meh. Number 7, it's Marvel's What If. I absolutely loved What If. It was fantastic. It was great. It was beautifully animated. It was an awesome overall story because of, yeah, we just thought it was like little one-off niche little episodes, but they did tell a bigger picture and a bigger story in the grand scheme of things, especially when we got to season finale, and we know we're getting a season 2. Just to take any aspect or any element of the MCU and change. That's why I've always liked the Marvel What If stuff in the comics. A lot of people say it's a cop-out just to tell the same story again with some like little thingies, but because it's so, the possibilities are endless and how you can tell a what if story, I've always liked it. To see if Peggy become the super soldier, to see all the way at the end seeing Killmonger becoming this crazy Infinity Gauntlet wielding Ultron-y, armored-y, crazy shenanigans, to see what if T'Challa was Star-Lord. I like it, and I really got involved with the series, and again it made me look forward so much to my Wednesdays. Marvel What If, number 7. Number 6 was Shang-Chi. Now, this is where it's all getting really tight because I fucking adored Shang-Chi. And I think I'm putting him slightly further upish the list purely because there's characters that I'm more emotionally invested in. You know, they're my favourite comic book characters. And there's other stuff that implemented the whole multiverse-y weirdness, shenanigans, craziness. Or there was just some slightly more epic moments. But regardless, it was still a phenomenal film. It was great to see him. Literally none of that film disappointed me. Saw it multiple times. I've seen it multiple times since it's been on Disney+. Absolutely outstanding. Absolutely amazing. A more than welcome addition to the MCU. Shang-Chi, your number 6. Number 5 is my loophole one. It is Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Now, yes, throughout pretty much the entirety, well, in fact, the entirety of the film, it's currently not connected to the MCU. But we get to the cutscene and we see Venom and Eddie reacting to Tom Holland, the MCU SpiderMan. So for that little purpose there, my little loophole, my little bridge, it connected it and made it a part of the MCU. Because going forward, in some capacity or way or another, it's going to be related to the MCU. And of course, Venom's highest share up this list. I mean, he's sat at 5. Because he's my second favourite comic book character of all time. I love the Venom films that Tom Hardy's doing. I fucking love this. We got my third favourite comic book character of all time, live action, Carnage, played brilliantly by Woody Harrelson. Everything about this film, symbiote madness, there's lots of carnage, a fair bit of decent amount of gore. Yes, would I have loved it if it had been an 18? I would have adored it to be an 18. But I'm happy we got what we got. It was a fucking great film. Can't wait to see what the future holds in terms of Sony and the Spider world that they're going to do, and the symbiote shenanigans and Venoms and whatnot. Killer film, amazing. Number 4 was Loki, a character who I thought, I love Loki, he's great. I love him more now that I've seen a live action version that's given a bit more 3D in-depth shenanigans. And the show itself, I thought, this could be fun. TVA, Owen Wilson, yeah. But because of how well it explained the sacred timeline and potential Kang shenanigans, He Who Remains, Sylvie, the different variants and whatnot. And it just literally, it set us up, it gave us like a little bite of what potentially we could get in the future with multiple Spiders, maybe multiple Caps, maybe multiple Thors, Captain Marvels, whoever. The show was outstanding, and when it ended and we saw the Kang statue, my jaw dropped. I thought, I need more of this, I need more Owen Wilson, I need more Loki, I need so much. What a great and fantastic and phenomenal show. Number 3 is WandaVision, the thing that at the time when it came out, what I thought was the start of the multiverse being fucked up. Turns out it was just a small pocket of a place. But because we were all thinking multiverse, shenanigans, what's going on, craziness, I thought it was a part 1 of the multiverse. Turns out, like I said, it wasn't. But what an amazing show. The podcast reviews me, Chris and Rebecca did of these was so long and so in-depth and well thought out purely because of how much information and little dots we could try and connect as fans. I've made me predicting Agatha and Mephisto in episode 1. Agatha becoming right, Mephisto not becoming right. Getting Agatha and just getting her own spin-off show later on down the road, which would be frigging cool. But just being able to break down each episode, waiting for each cliffhanger and thinking, what's going on? What's all that about? It was the first MCU show. Everything about that show was great. Vision's still being alive because now we're going to get him in the form of White Vision. But hopefully he'll go back to his regular shenanigans. Seeing the Scarlet Witch, how it all played out at the end. Her floating in the cutscene, connected to her kids. Getting the crazy shenanigans of Quicksilver, that was all absolutely nuts. It was a great show. It was so entertaining. It was so much fun. But it was great as a fan and somebody that likes to try and theorise and pretend like I'm smart about this shit. And try and plot and see a way through all of it. It was awesome. Number 2, and technically I guess 1 on this list, is Falcon and Winter Soldier. I had a big old freeze there. I'm missing somebody, aren't I? We'll get to that in a sec. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier was absolutely amazing. I like these shows that they do. I like how we go crazy, multiverse, what's going on, to just on the ground, settling, building up another story in the overall MCU arc, to more crazy, weird shenanigans and blah, 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 and then building up the story, the real monumental and important show, the passing of the shield, one of the most iconic symbols in not just Marvel or MCU, but comic book history. I felt so emotional and overwhelmed and so much epicness when we first get to see Sam in that full Captain America outfit, smashing through the window, wings galore and shenanigans. It was beautiful. The speech, I will never forget the little speech he gave. I'm not a super soldier and all this carry on. Just how amazing it is. Cannot wait for Captain America 4. Bucky Barnes doing his thing, seeing him come full circle from, feel like now he's fully got over the fact that he was the Winter Soldier and he's back to the same, or the old Bucky Barnes that we get back in the first Avenger. Everything about this was great. Power Broker, yep, Sharon Carter, not the greatest of villains, but it's going to be fun to see there. The US Agent getting involved, seeing the US Agent, of course, that's amazing. Madam Hydra coming in, picking up what I'm predicting to be the Dark Avengers a few further down the line. The show was absolutely amazing. The fight sequences, the story, Baron Zemo, everything. Number 2, technically 1. Of course, that leads us to number 1. Spider-Man. I'm sorry, even if this technically does turn out to be a really shit film, which is physically impossible, it would probably still be in the top 3 because I'm so biased to Spider-Man. I'll find reasons to make him top 3. But I honestly, I guarantee you, this will be, I mean, I could be wrong, but I put up on my social medias not long ago that this will be not only the biggest MCU film of all time, the biggest film of all time, biggest opening night, biggest opening weekend, biggest box office biggest box office numbers worldwide, most viewings in a single night opening weekend, just everybody going nuts purely because of all the multiverse connections. Is there multiple Spider-Mans? The old villains coming back? What's going down? This will be the biggest film of all time. I honestly, truly, with all my heart believe that. And I don't necessarily think it's going to be the best film of all time. For me, that will still always be Into the Spider-Verse. I fucking love that. But I think this could easily be a top 1. And because how this is going to impact the future of the MCU, biggest impact ever of all time. Bigger than any Infinity crack we could have had. Because we're talking new characters coming in, Fantastic Four and whatnot. X-Men coming back. Mutants and maybe even Inhumans shenanigans going down. Whatever it is going to be, this film is the start of the catalyst for something absolutely astronomical that's going to change the landscape of the MCU. Like I said, more than the Infinity Saga ever did. Bigger jaw-breaker, jaw-dropping moments than the Snap ever could have done. So yeah, number 1 has to go to Spider-Man. And before we get carried on, I should mention the Hawkeye show. I haven't actually put it in the list. Because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know why I haven't. So technically there should be 10. But if I had to pick, I would put it in the category. I would maybe put it, because I'm not going to put it in now because I've filmed everything. I don't know how to implement it unless I go back. Because I've already explained at the start of the video. I've got no blah 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 blah. So I'm saying it now in the video visuals. I do apologise, but it wouldn't beat Spider-Man. I don't think it will beat Falcon Winter Soldier. I don't think it'll be WandaVision. Don't think it'll beat Loki, and I'd probably let it sit at the 6 sort of mark. And no, I don't think it'll beat ShangChi. Maybe let it sit at the 7 mark, which would push Black Widow up to 8th, and Eternals up to 9th, if that's right. It would sit at the lower end of the list. Even though 2 episodes in at the time of recording, it's still absolutely awesome, and I'm loving it and enjoying it so much. So much potential stuff still to happen. Is the Swordsman being involved, Pizza Dog being awesome, Young Avengers, Dark Avengers, what's going down? So it would be, you know, it'd still be awesome, but it's higher up. There we go, visuals, minus my fuck up. Being a typical fucking idiot that I am. That was my review. That was my favourite MCU projects, MCU bits of entertainment we've had this year. My favourite MCU films and TV series this year. But like I said, SpiderMan wins. But let us know yours in the comments below. Where would you put stuff? What's going down? Who would you put here, there, and every friggin' where? Spider-Man might be your least favourite when it comes out. Hawkeye and, might be your favourite show. You might like Eternals, whatever it may be. And do I get away with the Venom crap? Let me know that. Apart from that, visuals, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. And let me, like I said, let me know anything you want to let me know. And let me know which of my tattoos, new tattoos, is your favourite, if you even give a shit. Visuals, thanks for watching, you guys. Literally the best for all to keep being you and keep on keeping on.